Um, One of the lady friends I have, I do have a few lady friends, asked me this question. With all my training in the background, in theater, in television, radio, movies, why didn't I ever go into it? And I thought it was very simple. Um, I can't live on two things. One, the checks in the mail, okay, or this rubber check here. Yes, I kind of like you kind of like learn your lesson after a few times, and I use the word a few times. That Darryl Christopher, I got him 10 rolls of film from Kodak. He goes down to Indianapolis, shoots, and I figured, well, he's just going to bring it back to a house here. He didn't. He said the film's all green. Okay, that caused me to go out to Eastman Kodak and buy 10 400-foot rolls of film, 16 millimeter color, picture negative, because I had a production going on. I didn't know for a few years ago from Mr. TV, Tom Best, that Chris shot the film in Indianapolis for Indianapolis 500 down there, and he had some fly-by-night guys in his basement developing tanks for 16 millimeter film. His chemistry was way off. And he only shot one roll of film, 400 feet. And the other 9 rolls, he pocketed them. Freebie. He was supposed to pay me too. He never did. Oh, they're all ruined. They're all ruined. Heroes CB, a few times I helped him out on a thing. Oh, he had a commercial here to do. Well, Darryl Richards there. I helped him out, and I got a dinner out of it. I spent the weekend being his second this cameraman. He was director. I'm the cameraman. I'm the sound man. I'm the lighting director. All the other stuff. The whole works. And I guess everybody else realized he's a cheapskate. Sorry, Chris. You were alive. You were a cheapskate. Yes. And he always have these things. Oh, I got a film to do. I says, I don't have enough time. I've got school. Oh, can't you? No, I can't. I can't. I can't miss it. I can't miss work. Work. I need the money. You don't pay enough. Oh well, yeah. Well, there's money there. He thing is, yeah, $60,000 to a 3-minute commercial. Uh huh. Right. And I get a free meal out of it. Right. Uh huh. Sure. But as I told my girlfriend that I can't live under checks in the mail or the rubber or the check that's going to bounce. I did that thing. It's nice to work in theater and as a volunteer in the crew and that and do all the work and which costumes, and of course they found I could do costumes, I could do makeup, I could do this and I could do that. Wow, why don't you join our group? I says, there's a big difference between you and me. What's that? I make X number of dollars per week. Your father supports you. Your father makes $500,000 a year. Yes, and I don't even make close to that. You want to know the difference? Look at my car, or look at your car. And you get a new one every year. There's a big difference. Well, why are you in this business? Because I took theater in school and you're a theater group. But at the end of this year, I'm going to go back to school again. I got chemistry courses I wanted to. And the same thing with TV. I was helping a guy doing his thing. I was his director. He was the director, and I was back there pushing buttons, throwing switches. That I knew what I was doing. And same thing for movies. It's the same thing. You know, I can do the lighting, I can do the sound, I can do the camera work, I can do this, and I can do that, and all the other stuff. Because that's what I could do. Again, people say, well, why don't you do it? I says, because it doesn't really pay. There's no retirement benefits for it. There's no pension. Not in that business. There's no pension. You're working when you're working, and then when you're not working, you're not working. You know? And there's a big difference. What I could do as 18, I can't do at 26, physically, or 36 or 46. And there's a whole new crew of people out there. You know, I can sit there and make up somebody, but if you got 15 actors in there, you need other people. And there are professional people who went to school, they learned this, they learned that. And they can do the costumes, they can do this and that. And because when this production is over with, or let's say they're no longer using Chicago, they're going to New York or something like that, I'm not going with them. I'm not the cameraman on it. I'm not the sound person. I'm not the cinematographer on it. I'm just that little grip there. That's what people get me for. Most of the commercials I've worked in, I'm all the other things plus the grip. And if you're sitting with a director and you with the camera, every BL, okay? I'm attached to a Niagara. I have to, you know, if it's on a tripod, I press this thing and hold a microphone. And hey, but my bottom line is there's no pension in it. You know, there are no benefits on it. When the commercial is over with, it's over with. When the movie is over with, it's over with. If the movie's going for X and that thing, and of course, oh, you get experience on it. Really, Stephen? Really? I thought that's why I went through five years of doing all this. Yes, I can handle this, I can handle that. And you know, it's like Steven Spielberg needs something shot in Chicago. Remember Steven Spielberg? Yeah. Okay. He comes to Chicago and needs something shot. Okay. And Director Edmonds comes over and says, he needs something. Will you go out with him? Sure. You need some plates. You do plates. You're the cameraman, made without sound. We will do all the effects. We got these two people going up a staircase or walking into a room. And I'm sitting there with a camera usually inside of a briefcase. Turn it on, walk into there. People walk in, walk up a stairwell. That's our shot. But as I said, she asked me why didn't I do it. I says, hey, I'll repeat again. I couldn't make enough money to risk quitting the job that I had, which was a lousy job. And hey, I worked for a wholesaler. I got everything at wholesale, 10 cents on the dollar, 10 cents on the dollar. And I got stuff in there for my own productions that I couldn't buy anywhere else. You know, I had access to an antique store. I had access to props from a high-end furniture store. All I had to do was pay for the transportation. They brought this thing, they put it on a stage, they waited for me for 2 hours, they took it back to the store. Okay? It's nice working for a billion-dollar company. That's one of the things is, am I going to work for Chris for his little productions and possibly get paid something? Or I'm going to work for a multi-billion-dollar corporation? I like a multi-billion-dollar corporation. I didn't make very much money, but I took advantage of it. I could order just about anything I wanted, except for a raise in pay. But, hey, what are you going to do? But then I get the old saying is when I'm doing a production and I say, hey, young lady, you want to be into this thing? I need a face or I need a body. How to pay you? Saturday, I will pay you to show up. You just sign this release form. Okay, I pretty well cheat myself, but yes. And will the commercial be seen? Oh, don't know. I had one for the company, and had it all scripted out, exactly what it would cost, the whole budget and everything else, and who would be in it. 2 of the employees would be in it. They had the location all picked up. And the marketing engineer said, oh no, I got my own crew, which is the imported. And it only cost $50,000. He went to California to shoot it, which he could have done locally. It was the same thing. The script was all done and everything else. Yeah. You want to get into the business? You know, the old saying, if you're going to work in theater, you want to be in front of the house, you want to control the lighting board or the sound equipment. In movies, you want to be part of the technician people, the assistant cameraman, the assistant director, the assistant this and assistant that. Television, it's the same thing. You'll be well, TV is basically all union. And yeah, you want to be that thing. You're going to be a starlet in front of it. Remember all the Oscars? All those things that got thing. Dune made money, and all the other movies with all the other stars went bottom up. They lost money, and you're talking some of these was in millions. Nobody showed up. You know, that thing went under Oscar. I said, well, why don't you do it? Can you still do it? Yeah, I have access to it. I got access to a green screen. I got access to a camera. I mean, really, 4K camera. Not this laptop. But again, what's my thing? Picture that. Well, that's it. That's my complaining.